Hello, this is Danny Doyle, and welcome to Chapter 2 of my Call of the Armor 0% Growths playthrough. And we have two new units, and they're kind of polar opposites, despite having the same attack value in the previews. And honestly, similar bulk thresholds. Let's talk about Daisy first, because Daisy is a very interesting unit, and one of the reasons that I love this hack. Daisy is a Chapter 2 recruit, so she's very similar to Ross, only, she uses lances instead of axes. And as a result, she has access to the Cavalier line, or Knight if you're based. But obviously the main appeal is Cavalier. Daisy's in this really interesting position where I legitimately think she's the best Cavalier in the game, or at least turns into the best Cavalier in the game. However, she starts as a level 1 recruit. Now, she starts in Chapter 2, and her growths are pretty good outside of her bulk. She'll have really good offenses, and she can become a Cav by, Chapter 5 pretty easily. She also has Fire Affinity, which is nice because it gives extra attack, and she has the support option with Killian, who really benefits from that, but we'll get to him. The biggest downside, of course, being, she starts as a recruit, and you do want to penalize units that start as recruits, even in Chapter 2. I do think that there is something to be said for the fact that she's an experience-hungry unit. If you want to use Daisy and use her full potential, she's very experience-hungry. That being said, I usually get her promoted by the start of Chapter 5. I think the latest I've gotten her promoted was the start of Chapter 6. So it's not like it's especially difficult. And she starts with Tam's Harpoon, which is not a personal weapon, but it is quite good for her because it has 90 hit, it's 2 range, so she can attack without being countered, and that lets her sort of secure kills pretty reliably. The biggest downside other than the training arc is this right here. She has no fucking physical bulk. She will actually get fairly decent magical bulk, just through her natural resistance growth, but she has no fucking physical bulk, until you get her secret event. Her secret event gives her, the personal weapon, the croissant. I guess not secret event, she has a story event. It's not secret. I need to stop saying secret event when it's not a secret. She has a story event that gets her the croissant, which is a personal weapon that boosts her defenses by, I believe, 3 each. And that can actually make a pretty significant difference in terms of, it doesn't seem like it would be a lot, but it does make a decent difference in terms of the amount of enemy phasing that she can do. That, combined with the fact that she does have, the extra levels to grow and decent growth, means that her stats outside of the bulk department end up being quite good if you send her down Paladin. Or Knight, but, you should send her Paladin. The game's other potential Cavaliers all have problems, and we'll talk about them when we get to them. And as a result, Daisy ends up being, I tend to think a very high value unit. I think very, very highly of her. I've used her in all of my playthroughs. Part of that, however, I will fully admit, is because I like trainees. And so I don't just use her because I think she's strong. I do think she's quite strong. But I enjoy trainees. On my first playthrough, I used Gerhardt, who's the axe trainee. On my third playthrough, I used Abdul, who is the pupil. I like trainees. I think they're fun. And as a result, I always use Daisy. She's cool. And the fact you get Metastomes right before you get her also just, feels really good. Yeah, I like Daisy. I think she's incredibly solid. And her existence is why, in Chapter 1, I dunked on these 3 so hard. And to a lesser extent, Noki is also competing with her for experience, right? It just ends up being Daisy is very, very experience hungry, and gives you a significantly better payoff than Floor, Sejord, and Youngblood do. To the extent that Floor, Sejord, and Youngblood end up feeling like their main purpose is to assist Daisy in growing so that Daisy can then just, kick them off the team. Now, all of that being said, that is, not going to be the way that, things function in this playthrough just because I can't check her growths now because she's a green unit, but they're all zeros. Speaking of a unit who's like not a growths unit, we have another pre-promote in Chapter 2, and he has the stats of a fucking Fire Emblem 11 pre-promote. This guy also has almost no bulk. Now, it's not as big of a bulk problem as Daisy, but because he doesn't grow, like Daisy has a 30% defense growth, right? Now, I will insist that that 30% defense growth is a lie, but she's a recruit. She's gonna hit that 30 every so often, right? Theoretically, a third of the time, she'll get defense. Which means that theoretically, when she promotes to Cavalier, even before factoring in any sort of promotion bonuses, she's gonna have a higher defense stat than Killian. Because this guy's not gaining XP very fast. He's in this weird situation where he kind of feels like a second Jagan, in that his offenses are not strong enough to, like, reliably one-round a lot of units. So you use him to, like, set up kills for people, right? And he joins alongside Daisy and has a support with her, and plot relevance related to her, so it feels like that was kind of the intended purpose. But Swordmasters get a crit bonus in this game. So, like, he has, like, an inherent crit of, like, 27 on a lot of early game enemies, and you're like, okay, well, do I try to use him as a killer? And if he gets, because he doubles, if he gets a crit on either of the doubles, then he'll kill. Which is, you know, not statistically favored to do, but it's a thing that you can have happen. Or do I use him to set up kills, and if he gets a crit, then I haven't set up the kill properly. And so he's sort of torn between those two roles. And it's very frustrating place for him. And I think that, like, he's useful in his join map, he's useful in a couple of maps afterwards, but then he ends up feeling like more of a burden. And, you know, stats aren't good enough to justify using him for his combat alone, especially, again, the bulk is just fucking awful. His offenses are incredibly unreliable because he does rely on, like, doubling and getting at least one crit to get kills. And you can't even use him to, like, you know, oh, I'll set up a kill for someone because of the crit problem. All of that changes, however, because he also has a story event in Chapter 10. This one, I guess, is kind of a secret event because he does need to do a talk convo, but it's displayed, so not really. But he will promote from Swordmaster to Swordmaster. He gets the Swordmaster promotion bonuses, and it's not really a class change. I mean, it does reset his experience, like he goes back to a level 1 Swordmaster. But he gets the promo bonuses, so his stats end up being a little bit better, which wouldn't be enough to save him on his own. However, he also gets the Bread Knife, which is a zero might weapon that ignores defense and has an insanely high crit rate. So as a result, it usually ends up dealing true damage equal to his strength times 3 times 2. If he doubles, it's like his strength times 6, so 3 times 2, yeah. This is why the fire support on Daisy is something I find valuable, because it's essentially adding 6 points of damage to Bread Knife attacks. Now, when you get the Bread Knife and you get the stat boosts from the promotion bonus, Killian becomes a walking delete button. He does sort of become a one-trick pony. His bulk is not improved. He's still just really incapable of enemy facing. It is really just the ability to use the Bread Knife to just ignore defense, including, like, thrown bonuses and stuff, right? And double crit and just delete enemies, right? That is the main appeal to him. The Bread Knife is limited in uses, like it is not an infant durability weapon, and as a result, Killian feels limited in uses, but he feels very usable. And you can also, like, because, you know, he has A-rank swords. You can give him silvers, you can give him killers, you can give him, like, Wudao, you can give him the S-rank sword is very attainable for him. And he'll do decent work with all of those. Like, none of that is going to be bad. I really like Killian as well. I think he's a very good unit, but I think he's a very limited good unit. I think that he struggles to be a main member of your army, but he is the best boss killer in the game, and he can function as a delete button at times that you want that. And with that out of the way, let's check out the tier list. So, I'm going to start by having Kusha talk to Daisy. One thing I want to point out, a potential strategy for feeding Daisy her first kill. You can knock this Merm down to 3 with Fernandez, recruit Killian, and then attack on the same turn, because talk is a free action. Believe it or not, I don't think the Trainee is going to be a particularly strong unit in this Zero Growths playthrough. That's a shame. I actually wanted to have a crit available for Killian. Please crit, please crit, please crit, please crit. If Shale stole Killian's crit, I'ma be pissed. I'ma be pissed. This guy's probably going to attack Daisy. And then Killian will get hit by the Merc. It could be worse. I'm gonna have Floor chip down this Axe Fighter, and then I'll have one of my Axe Fighters kill him. 76. Oh, we'll go with this one, 82. There we go. Good job, Sojourn. And then, Fernandez can bonk this guy down, and Noki can get the kill. We definitely want to go with Iron. 88, like, hitting once is definitely more likely than twice. So yeah, we do that. Bada bing, bada boom. See what I mean? Like, Noki struggles. She just struggles with her growing. She's seeing growing pains. I'm gonna go up here, get the hand axe. And, yeah, so he's going to attack Daisy. And, fun thing about Triumph's Harpoon is it is just 2 range locked. Ooh, she dodged. I mean, it's a 56, but still. Impressive. Appreciated. Okay. Sojourn is probably, yeah, he's fast enough not to get doubled by Mercs. That's actually also very impressive. Alright, Killian, can you crit the Merc at least? Crit? Oh my. Okay. This is not the end of the world. How much does Shale do? Does Shale get the kill? 16. Actually, okay. We're gonna do something very funny. We're gonna do something incredibly goofy. Because I think Daisy is going to actually contribute. And the reason I say that is she's going to set up a kill for Shale. Now, if this were vanilla, and she were a growth unit, I would do the opposite, of course. Just because, I mean, he's the Jagan, right? But no, now she's the Jagan. Bow experience matters far, far more to me. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think I want Floor here to counter the Shaman. Which means Fernandez and Noki are gonna have to team up on this guy again. I'll send Sojourn up this way. 12, yeah, we can do that. We can do this. Perfect. Perfect, actually. And then, the Slim Lance dealt 4, I think? Maybe that was Iron. I think Slim dealt 4. I might be remembering. I might be confusing them. No, Slim dealt 4. Okay. And then we can have, Floor, enemy phase the Shaman. And 3 AS, I think she doubles him. Yeah, 9 AS. Okay, so she'll kill him. Probably. It's right down there under the yellow house. Okay. So yeah, 12 attack versus his 3 defense. That's gonna be 9 times 2. She'll leave him at 1. And that's a Noki kill if I've ever seen one. I guess I can have Killian enemy phase here. And we'll move Youngblood over this way. He is going to have to face down both the mage and the merc, but, like, if he could get some crits, that would be really nice. Okay, that's 6 damage off the bat. Can you get another one? No. It's 8 damage, though. It's 8 damage. The mercs in this map are pretty tough, to kill. So, 8 damage is 8 damage, right? 8 damage is 8 damage. Jump floor. Setting up a kill for Noki quite perfectly. Although I do want to point out, Shale would have doubled that guy too. So that's, you know, something. That's something. I will continue to emphasize that. Okay, how do you do... I mean, like, we could do it again. The question is, how does he do against the mage? He needs to get a crit, which is not super guaranteed. Okay, I think what we do is we heal up Killian. He has to get 1 out of 2 24% crits to kill that mage. I think we have to have faith, right? Yes! Okay, there we go. And then he can EP pirates because they're, like, because weapon triangle plus dodge tank. So there's that. And then... I think we Slim Lance here, and then Fernandez walks in front of Noki in order to block her off. And this also, I'm fairly certain this also successfully protects the village. Yeah, because he can get attacked for 2 sides. And then, look, I mean, Daisy setting up a kill for Shale is just iconic at this point. Daisy setting up a kill for Shale, that's just how you're supposed to gamer. That's just how you're supposed to gamer, TBH. I will also give the hand axe to Shale. He's gonna want to make use of it. And Sojerd can, continue to move over there. I'll move Floor back here so she can get some healing if she needs to. Okay, this is good. This is good. Because Noki can fly up north to retreat as well. And Fernandez kind of just has this section handled down here. There is the Shaman who would cause some trouble. Do we bank on another crit? Or we can just do this, actually. Yeah, this actually is much better. Okay, first off, let's show off the funny, right? So we're visiting Daisy's dad. Please, I beg of you, keep my little Daisy safe. Bro, it's her! I'm Daisy! What are you talking about, Dad? He gave me a secret book, though. I don't know what he gets from that secret book, since he's pretty clearly blind, but... Sure, I guess. Thanks, Dad. So we'll do that. Bada bing, bada boom. Kill this Shaman. Now Fernandez is basically immortal. So I'll have him visit here and grab the Flux Tome. We'll go up here. Oh, we'll go... Yeah, we'll go up here. We'll heal. We'll move Floor and Sojerd over as well. And then... What am I going to do with Killian? What am I going to do with Killian? I could have Killian visit the house. I could have him... I mean, this is also a good place for him. Like, they have 10 hit against him and 3-round him. This feels like a good place for Killian to go, TBH. And then I'll just move Floor and Sojerd, like, up north or whatever. Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy. We are wearing through the Slim Sword, unfortunately. which the Slim Sword has a little bit of crit on it, which just, you know, it helps with his ability to kill, but also the Slim Sword has 3 might. And we're gonna get an Iron Sword soon. So, you know, there's that too. We'll move you here. I want to bait the archer up here so Youngblood can do that. And then Kajuna can kill the archer. Alright, so yeah, as predicted, they're going for Fernandez, and he's fucking immortal. Look at this shit. Look at this shit! Yeah, Fernandez is awesome. Fernandez is awesome. Shale is actually going to need healing. Okay, you're going for Killian. That's fine. Can Kusha reach... If I have Shale move up 1, I don't think Kusha can reach him. No, she can. Okay. So if I have Shale do this, she can heal him. And we're continuing to build bow rank. We're continuing to build staff rank. We're continuing to get experience on her. This is just good. This is just a very good, very chill, very good, very chill map. Now that we're out of the sort of more high pressure situation. I could free Fernandez and have Fernandez attack the archer. I think that's probably in my best interest. Although she's still alive, unfortunately. Kanuki... Hang on a second. Kanuki killed the archer. Oh my goodness. That's actually so tragic. Okay. This is gonna be funny. If we miss one of the 92s, we're in trouble. But otherwise, I think we're actually in a pretty good spot. Attacking archers at 2 range gaming. Da, na, na, na. And then we rescue. And we take a drop. We did go in there already? Alright, just making sure. Because we showed off the funny with Daisy talking to her dad. And then, I assumed that guy was gonna go for Shale because, you know, Shale doesn't counter. But that's a-okay with us. Because we can have, Shale kill him. We can have Kujina kill the archer, and, all is right with the world. So, bada bing, bada boom. And then... we can have the armors kill the archer, which I suppose is the call of the armor. They're called to kill. They're called to do murder together. Compulsed, I would say. If we can hit. There we go. And I guess I can give her the flux tome that I got as well. Who has it right now? Oh, Fernandez has it. That's an oopsie. Yeah, so they're both 80 hit. It's just a matter of, you know, not wasting that rapier, but also... I don't know how long that's going to be helpful for us. Fun fact about this torch. So for anyone who is not aware, Call of the Armor is a telephone hack, so each chapter was designed by a different person. The first Fog of War map, because normally if a game gives you torches, it's sort of a sign that the next Fog of War map, or the next map is a Fog of War map, right? Like, it's like, hey, we're preparing you for the Fog of War map, right? Then the first Fog of War map in this game, I believe is Chapter 17, which is also the only Fog of War map in the game, to my knowledge. Yeah, that torch just showed up in chapter 2. That's not normal. That's not what you do with those. Yeah, that thing's gonna be in the convoy for a long time, unless I sell it. Which I might do, honestly. I might do. Who knows? Who knows what wonders await us after we're done following the call of the armor, which is currently calling us to heal spam in order to build experience on Kuija. Who knows what wonders await us in the world of Fog of War and torches. But I just thought that was really funny that worked like that. Cause just like every other hack I've played and most vanilla games are like, oh hey, you got a fog map coming up. Here's a torch. We're just gonna go ahead and get this healing done before we attack the boss. Just unethical experience gain, as some people in chat have taken to calling it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Turn count does not actually matter. That is the moral of today's episode. Turn count, schmurn count. Baby, turn count, schmurn count. Let's make sure that this does actually, yeah, that does. Okay, so Fernandez can give her the Flux Tome. And then what we can do is... Pew pew! This was supposed to be easy money. So fun fact, Feldspar and Killian, they actually have a relationship previously. I'll do this just in case, and we'll squeeze out the tiniest bit more experience out of this map. Just squeeze it dry. Squeeze it dry. Well, I should probably do this. We'll just squeeze the map dry. Okay, I could abuse like this, but I don't want to waste my heal staff. So instead we'll do this. Because I am gonna need healing for the upcoming maps, right? Like, a heal staff is not just a press to get 10 experience button. I am gonna want some healing on upcoming maps, so we'll do this. Oh, the fact that she's dodging while she has the unequipped sprite, right? Like, I know she's not unequipped, but it is the unequipped armor sprite. It just feels so disrespectful and raw, and I love it. Yeah, we're level 5 now. We're getting closer to 10. That was Distant Shores. Turn in next time for Let's Go for a Swim.